welcome to Tackling the Void.
My name is Ashley.
And my name is Kaylee.
Let's see if the void echoes back today.
We're two best friends diving deeper into the void with Beguiled. Are we good, Ashley?
3 and 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
With Beguiled, chapters 3 and 4.
Everybody's knowledge. I'm an inch shorter than Kaylee. Maybe like half an inch shorter than Kaylee, but that half an inch to an inch is very important.
It's very important. We are not the same height. She is shorter than me.
And it's when you are short. You have to take those wins.
Listen. Yeah, I was like, listen. I'm shorter than everybody all of the time. So when somebody is shorter than you, you're going to take advantage.
Really. Oh, and then I remember.
Also,
every time that I'm next to like
me, I can wear heels, so I know I can be taller than Ashley.
I can't wear heels, you guys.
I can't wait until you wear heels, and then you're going to hug me, and you're going to be like right there, and it's going to be great, and I'm going to be like, yeah.
I mean, I'll wear heels just to be taller than you for like a few minutes, just out of spite.
No.
Yeah.
It's I don't think you have heels. I don't think you have heels taller than me.
I do. I have one pair that are like
yes, but like taller than like my heels. Like if
no, you wouldn't be in heels.
I don't think
you wouldn't be in heels.
No. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was like, if I'm in my heels, I don't think that you have heels that are taller than my heels. Unfortunately,
no, because like when I wear heels, I'm up to like Avery's eyes.
I feel like if I put my tallest pair of heels on, I think I could be around like Avery's.
We were talking about last night.
I do have really tall heels. I do have some like I said, I do have really tall heels, but I love them. I feel so normal.
I love
like
that.
When I wear them, I'm like, when I wear heels, sometimes I'm like, oh my god, is this how life feels like?
And you look at the ground and you're like, wow, I'm so far from the ground.
Yeah, but I'm also just like, I can see so much more over these shelves. Is this how everybody sees?
I know, there's certain things. But also, I will say, there's certain, like, I was talking with a couple friends that are, like, taller than me, and they're like, you curl into, like, a little ball when you sit. I'm like, yeah, you just curl up into it. It's like, I've never once thought about doing that because my limbs are so long. I went, oh.
That's a gangly thing. I don't know.
I'm so sorry for you. That sucks.
Yeah,
I would love to be in a ball all the time.
I don't know. That's
also
weird.
Just the art of climbing counters.
But then also, like, I will admit, I like my height because it's easy for me to get in and out of cars.
That too.
Like seeing a like 6'2" bulky dude get out of his smart car. I'm sorry. There's like a trope in California. There's like this really big bulky dude that's probably like a bodybuilder. He can't put his arms down to his side because his like arms are so fucking bulky. And he's either driving a Prius or a fucking smart car, and he just looks like this. Driving a smart car or a Prius, especially here in California. It's
Prius
a big fucking thing. And then to see them get out of the car and you're like, wow, you look like you're driving a fucking clown car because you are so large. Wow. It looks like you're struggling to get in and out of your own car. Yeah, I know fuel efficiency is great, but like, wow.
Like, are you not comfortable? Like, and their seats like all the way back and they're still like
and they're still like touching the wheel and you're like, and then you get in and you're like, wow, I can't reach the steering wheel. You know?
Where are the pedals?
Yeah, and you're like, that's crazy. Okay, I really need to move this up. This is crazy.
You're like all the way up. And you're like, but also like, I guess another perk is like being able to like take a bath and almost like fully be submerged.
That's true. That is a good one, but I will admit I still like really large baths. Like I mean, no, this sounds bad, but like I like to be able to sink in and like just like not have my knees up a little bit, because like my knees are still like a little bit. Most of it is in the water. Yeah, you are correct.
Yeah. I guess that is a nice perk.
Yeah, and then also like I can like curl on my side and I will fit all the way in.
Yeah. Like you can be fully. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other situations where being short is nice.
I mean, going in tunnels,
tight spaces.
Getting in and out of cars.
Yeah. I never even thought about that. They probably hit their head. Oh, I guess they learn how to not. But, like, the amount of bending you would have to do.
Never. Also, I never have to think twice about whether or not I'm going to hit my head on a doorway or a cabinet or anything like that. I never have to think twice because I know for a fact I'm not going to reach it. There's no way.
Yeah, like, I'll see, like, Avery, like, duck, and I'm like,
yeah.
Or they go like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, yeah, no, I just walk under it.
If Avery goes to Japan, their doorways are much shorter. Avery will need to be like have to duck under their doorways.
That's really funny.
Me and you, no, we're totally fine. We're good. Literally, I will admit, when you go to an Asian country, you'll be like, oh my god, everything was made for me. Like, it is literally like, because yes, obviously, I don't know why, but they are like technically like shorter. Just, I don't know why that's a thing, but just like in like those places of the world, they are shorter and they are around our height. Like the average height is our height.
I love that.
And so literally it feels like everything was made for us. Like everything is smaller and it feels so much better. And you're like, oh my God, this is fantastic. I was like, I wonder if this is how like other people like feel like when they find like places that like, you know, really like accommodate for like certain things, and you're like, oh wow, like I just feel so comfortable and like everything's like
that.
Literally made like, oh my God, you need to go. So sorry, sidetrack. You need to go and look at jeans there. It is the most fantastic fucking thing, because you'll never have to hem your jeans because they're just so perfect.
Oh my God.
They're just so perfect. Although the only thing is you have to like size up. Like, unfortunately for me, I was actually not a little, I was a lot heavier when I went, and so unfortunately they didn't really fit around my hips super well, which is why I didn't get any. But I also know like my body shape, I am like very much like that pear body shape where like just is what that is.
You can get fit in some now. You can get fit in some now. Because you're almost, I mean, even like the past.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think if I got to like my like goal weight in like the next like 2 to 3 years, yeah, I think I could. Because I think,
guys, we need this podcast to blow up so then we can go on a world tour and we can go to Asia.
Oh my God, if this blows up and we go on a world tour and like we're able to like vlog like that much,
oh my gosh,
it would be so much fun. Also, not gonna lie, guys, we would get into. I would make Ashley do some. I would make Ashley do some questionable things, and it's gonna be so fun. I know Ashley would immediately look at me and be like, I don't know, and I'm like, yeah, we're fucking doing it. We're doing it.
As long as I'm not gonna die.
No, it's okay. But we are gonna, do karaoke in a bar together.
See, I know. I love the vibe of karaoke.
So but like, it's fantastic. No, it's different when you go to like other places and like they are really good at singing. I know that sounds so bad.
Like, I'm not good at singing.
But like there's like certain bars that you go to and it's like a certain time of night that we'll do it. Don't worry. I got you. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate it.
It'll be good. Yeah. Don't worry.
And I would love to go to Asia and I'd also, I want to go to Australia. I have yet to go to Australia.
Oh yeah, we need to go to Australia, and then also
I want to go to the European countries again.
I was like, the only European country I've ever been to is Iceland. So,
okay, so
I've literally never been to the continent of Europe.
Really? Okay, so we're going to go there.
Yeah, I've never been to the continent of Europe. I do want to do the pilgrimage backpacking. I would love to do that. I think that would be really cool to be able to do. No, I don't think we'd vlog that. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. Don't look at me. I'm just having a good time.
Yeah.
Ew, no, I am not. Don't take pictures. Me, I'm really just like a tomato red, like huffing and puffing. Oh my
gosh. The amount of sunburn that I would have. It would be bad. Because I do not tan. I don't think there's a single part of me that is tan.
We would get Ashley like the little umbrella hat,
and like cake on the sunset.
Yeah, like I feel like Ashley's gonna look like the kid that like, the young kids at the beach after their mom like slathered sunscreen on them but didn't rub it in, and so their face is just sunscreen.
Yep, that would be
that's
me.
gonna be Ashley.
I think I've sunburned through a shirt before. Like a thin shirt, probably. I would not be
so
shocked.
sorry.
Me, I sunburn so easily. It's actually wild. Like, I can be outside for probably... Like, I remember being at the barn for, like, 30 minutes, and I already had, like... My shoulders were, like, bright red. I burn so fast.
Wow.
It's so easy. It's my lovely ginger hair and my complexion.
I've never... That's crazy.
As someone once told me, it's the ginger hair and shit complexion.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that, like, also, like, that's, like, honestly, getting sunburned through a shirt is insane to me. Because I mean, it was a thin shirt. Like, I have gotten sunburned, and I do get sunburned now more than I did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I never got sunburned.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid,
I think I'm just
I
more
didn't
aware
get
of it
sunburned.
Yeah,
but
as a kid,
yeah.
So burnt. Oh
no. When I was a kid, I never got sunburned, but I had a much darker complexion when I was younger. And I think it's honestly just because I went outside more.
I was also an outside kid. Maybe that's
I saw the sun a lot more, and now I'm just sitting at a computer answering emails and like doing stuff like that. So I'm more or less inside. So it's like that's why I feel like I have my winter complexion all the time, even though I prefer my summer complexion.
It even gets a lot darker in the summer too.
But I'm also just like I have thought about self tanning, but I don't know. Also, we need to get back on track. I'm so sorry.
Sorry guys.
we did not do this, and I was like, sorry, it's not Wednesday. We can't just keep going.
Yes, if you guys do like this, type of conversation on Wednesdays, we release this exact dynamic, but for longer.
Yes, if you just enjoy us rambling about nothingness
on our conversation in the void of nothingness. We also do have an email list and a buy me a coffee if you guys are interested, because that would be quite awesome.
And then also always make sure to follow and subscribe for all of our channels and all of the things that we do, because we really do love you guys and we appreciate you guys. And we also love to annoy the living shit out of you guys. So that's it's definitely a thing.
It's fun. No, we call you guys gremlins. We are also gremlins.
Yeah, no.
We are fully, wholeheartedly gremlins.
Thank you for all of the gremlins that continue to watch us and to listen to us and all of those things. But
we really appreciate it. But jumping back into the book.
Yeah, jumping up to the book. We're in chapters 3 and 4.
Of Beguiled.
Of Beguiled. So I'm very excited. Honestly, I've been really enjoying the way that this book is going. I know that we're doing it slower and we're doing 2 chapters each time, but I enjoy how slow we're going because this is our first read. Yeah. And it gives me...
There might be lumps of 3 that we do, but...
Yeah, of course. But, we'll definitely, see. But, jumping into chapter 3, she's at her home. Yeah. And I don't know why. Okay. When I picture this home, I picture a mobile home. Like she lives in...
How interesting. I don't.
Really?
Yeah. I picture... Have you seen the... Not nearly as big as it. Just like the... It's a little different. But like the beginning... Anyway, have you played the game Granny?
No.
Okay, it's a really shitty game. It's a horror game. It's fun.
Okay.
I have a story about it, but I'll hold off. It was so funny. So it's a house where there's the front door, and you walk in, and then there's the entrance, but then it has traps and stuff. But we're ignoring that. So I picture the entrance kind of being the same, but there's a couch in the middle, and then there's the TV, and then there's stairs. This is actually in the, but there's stairs. Are you looking up a photo?
Yes.
There's stairs, and then that's kind of how I imagine it. But I don't imagine that house is huge, and I do not nearly imagine it how big it is in the game. Also, the reason is so shitty.
The reason why I say a trailer house, because I think of, when I hear this type of setup, I think of for instance, I think a good visual is a Max in Stranger Things or Eddie in Stranger Things. Yeah. That's the type of mobile home. I could have sworn that
they said there were stairs, but I could be going crazy.
I don't know. But for some reason, like, that's kind of like the house that it's just pictures of the granny. It's not a picture of the house.
Let's see if I can find. That game caused me trauma.
I mean, did you see her face up close?
Yeah. So, okay, well, while you're looking up photos of that, I guess I could tell my story. So there's this one time I was playing this in... Oh, I found one. So, like, okay, once again, we're ignoring the traps. Okay.
Is it this?
So,
like the outside of the house, like this?
I'm not seeing the outside of the house. So there's the front door, and then there's the stairs. And so, like, I imagine a couch in the middle of that room.
That makes sense.
Her room is up top.
Outside like this?
I have not seen the outside of that.
Outside so look like this?
Too big.
Too big. Outside look like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that's acceptable.
I was once playing this in class.
Or have you seen the movie Barbarian?
No.
Is that the movie? Is that the horror movie that I'm thinking of?
I don't know, but okay, while you're looking that up. Sorry,
the one with the Airbnb.
Oh my god, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it is. It's Barbarian.
I think I have seen that then. Because I remember watching one with an Airbnb.
That house. That's also the house that I picture.
Yeah.
I could do that house if we were going to do like an actual house.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that. But there's this one time, this is quick, I was playing that Granny game, and it's a game where, like, you're trying to escape, and Granny will come kill you if she sees you. And you can't make noises, and the wood creaks. It's horrifying. And if you drop something, anyway. And the graphics are so bad. But so you're, like, kind of running around this house, and I was playing in theology class, because what else am I supposed to be doing? And it was, like, right after my knee surgery, so I'm sitting in the back. And I'm playing, and, I'm doing great. I'm about to escape, and it's going so well. And then she got me, and I screamed so loud in the middle of this class. Everybody, the teacher, mind you, is teaching. I was like, I am so sorry. I did not play it in that class for the rest of the day. I did play it the next day.
I love that you were like, okay, hold on, I need to take a break. I'm sorry, I got too into it.
You
got a little too into it, like, you know.
A little too into it. Oh gosh, it was. And then, like, my best friend at the time was just dying laughing, which I don't blame her. I thought it was
I would laugh too.
Oh, it was great. Anyway, so that's how I imagine the house.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I imagined it as, like, really run down.
Yes, I
very
imagined
decrepit, very, like, not
and
inviting at all.
Her room, at least attempting to be more light and more, like, her trying to design it whimsically.
Yeah. But I don't think she has a bed. I feel like she has a futon.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. So, like, she's there, and she is looking out the window, and there's, like, a flash of light. But then, all of a sudden, in the doorway, she hears someone go, "Hey, gorgeous." So gross. And she looks, and it's, like, one of her aunt's boyfriends just standing in the doorway. And he, like, walks in.
Yeah, it's her current boyfriend.
He walks in and, like, pins her against the wall. Like, it was... I remember listening to it and just going, oh my god. Like...
Yeah, he's very, like, aggressive about it. But it's also, like, the... they haven't said it. But I would not be surprised if they were doing harder illicit substances. I don't know if we can say that. I don't know if we can name...
I don't know.
Can we name drugs?
I don't know.
Is that appropriate? Does that get us banned? Can I say that?
I don't know.
All
but
right.
we know what you're talking about.
Yes.
But I would not be shocked. And also,
maybe,
it does not seem like this
something with, Walter. I think they went and saw Walter for it. Right? That's his name?
Yes.
Yes.
Walter White. Yes.
Yeah, they went and saw Walter for
and Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, for their drugs. So you can all, after that, assume what I'm inferring. So.
And, yes, good job, Kate. I also do think that this is not the first time this has happened, just kind of by how she's reacting.
Yeah.
And
because she immediately was like, oh shit, if I would have known that he was here, I would have locked my door.
Yeah.
I would have closed and locked my door.
Yeah. And so she tries to escape, but he like blocks her. And I'm like, God damn. And I do love how she's like, well, I'm going to scream and I'll wake her up. Do you want that?
Yeah, immediately. She's like, oh, like, do you want that? Like, because, not that but half of me is like, I don't know what the aunt would do. I don't know if the aunt would even interfere.
I don't know. I just think she'd be mad that she was woken up, which is I think that's what.
Yeah.
They were
I also
think
of.
That. And I hated how his response was, all right, fine, I was just being friendly.
Yeah. And it's like that's disgusting. That's not being friendly.
Like, yes, in all technicality, she is an adult, but that's disgusting. And that is no way to treat anybody.
It still counts as... Can I say that word? Will we get flagged if I say that word?
I don't know.
Me.
We're not this.
I need a list. Now all of a sudden I need a list of words I can and cannot say. I'm so sorry. Because I feel like I've almost said everything. So, it's just like, I know, like, for clips, like, on certain media platforms, you can't say it.
Yeah, but, yes,
whatever.
It is very...
It still counts as rape. I don't give a fuck. Never mind, I'm fucking saying it. It counts as rape. I don't give a fuck. Like, this is actual, like, sexual harassment, and this is not okay.
Yes.
Regardless of any type of situation you're in, if people treat you like that, that's not okay. If you don't want to be in that, like, situation, that's not okay, and that's totally valid for you to feel that way.
And also, especially with the power dynamic of, like, she is still very, very, very young. And he, at least I imagine, not like, you know...
I mean, she's like 21.
Well, yeah, but still, like, the power dynamic between, like, what, a 50-something and a 21-year-old.
Do you think he's 50?
Or do you think he's in his 30s?
I think that he's in his late 30s to early 40s.
I could see that. I was just kind of exaggerating it. Because
I don't
late 30s, early 40s.
Because I don't think her aunt... I think her aunt and her are closer in age. Like, I think they're, like, maybe 20 years apart. If that.
I mean, I could see it being,
like,
10 years apart.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I said 20 to be... generous.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that's what I mean. Like, I think that they're quite close in age in certain terms. Because I think that it would make sense that if the aunt was 40, like, if the aunt is like 20 years older, she's 21 and the aunt's like 41.
Yeah.
I feel like
I could see that.
Probably around the age range that we're getting at.
Yeah.
You know?
But also, I remember thinking, like, when this whole scene was happening, like, in the very beginning, going, oh my god, it's fucking Logan again. And then I was like, oh shit, it's so much worse than Logan.
Oh shit, it's not.
It's not Logan.
But also, it's like the way that he just was very... I love that the author, when she wrote this, did not skimp on the details of basically making him slimy. Like no, but like that's
that's like the
feeling. Yeah, I was like, immediately when he like went in there, I was like, I hate it.
Oh god, like, it makes your skin crawl. I'm like, oh my god.
Like, it just like made me feel so uncomfortable. But I loved that, and I loved, like, once again, I loved how the author made it feel so slimy. Mm-hmm. Like, he was like a very slimy, icky guy, and I'm like, yeah, I really liked that, and I liked how she, you know, nothing did happen, but she, like, openly, you can tell already that she is, like, one of those people that is a fighter, and unfortunately was put in, like, many different and bad situations to, like, know how to get out of it. Because, like Ashley said, I don't think that this was the first time, and I also think that this has happened with multiple of all of, I think, like, most of all of her aunt's boyfriends.
Yep,
like,
for
you know, something like this has happened. And, you know, whether or not it went that far, it went further, I think that, you know, stuff like this has happened in the past.
Yeah. And, you know, he does leave because she threatens to scream and wake up the aunt, and he doesn't want that either. And
then he's ready. Like, oh, well, just tell your aunt I'll be back later.
Yeah. And so she gets ready 2 hours early, and she's like, God damn, like, I just kind of want to nap, but, like, my entire body's protesting. But maybe I could just go clock in early and get some hours. And I was like, so valid.
Yeah, because it's also like, it's one of those things where it's like after a situation like that happens in whatever place, regardless if it's your home, I don't think you want to stay there.
No. And it's also like, your adrenaline gets shot up so quick, there's gonna be a crash after. So like her body protesting, like, God, no, we need to sit down for a minute, like breathe for a second. But then it's the no, I don't want to be here. So there's that like conflicting, and I love how that was put in, like the conflicting. I want to just sit and breathe for a second, like I'm tired now. Versus
but it's just
I
not
just don't
safe.
want to be here. I can't be here. And also how she has to like walk downstairs past the ant, avoiding the certain boards that creak. Mm-hmm. And there's just bottles everywhere. And...
yeah, there's bottles and cigarettes and things like that. But you know, I think that it's like one of those things where it's like it's challenging to live with that type of unstable environment, you know.
Oh, for sure.
And she's talked about like how much she didn't likes her aunt just in general, like even in like chapters 1 and 2, she's like, oh God, I don't like it. My aunt, all she does is party, and it's just like not really where we want to be, you know.
And there is now also, she notices as she's leaving like a bruise where Logan hit her, like he hit her hard enough for like a bruise, and so she kind of covers it up. She does leave, she avoids the floorboards and like goes to the bus, and she's like, I'll just clock in early, it's fine. And so then someone sits next to her on the bus, and
it's kind of odd that like this person does sit next to her right away, because she does look around and she's like, yeah, there's nobody on the bus, why the fuck are you sitting next to me?
Yeah, like literally, she's like, do we not know bus etiquette? What's happening?
Yeah.
And he's like one of the first things he says to her is, are you a natural redhead? Because I adore red hair. And I was like,
Actually has feelings about it.
I do, because when there's a certain way that it is said, specifically by men, where I'm like, 'cause I also have red hair. If you guys don't watch our see clips or like watch the video version of this, I also have like natural red hair, and I love my natural red hair, and I think it's very pretty. And like when
actually, I do have a question for you. Are you a natural redhead?
No.
Oh man, it would be so nice. That looks like it's such a nice color on you.
Oh my!
I really like it.
Ew! Wow.
Sorry. Sorry guys,
like
I just needed to be weird. Just needed to be weird for a second. I had a different response if she said yes, so you know.
Yeah, I know you did. That's why I said no.
She's like immediately. I know. No,
like,
we're not
when women say it to me, it's like, oh my gosh, is that like your natural red hair? That is gorgeous. Like, it's so pretty. And that's basically the tone it's set in. But I've had multiple men like come up to me and just be like, wow, is that like naturally red hair? I adore red hair. I love red hair. I'm like,
I really love red hair.
Like, why are we saying it like that? Can we not say it like that? Because it's...
Yeah, because I feel like it's different when like a woman's like, oh my gosh, I was like, I love your hair. I adore red hair. It is gorgeous on you. And then when a man says it's like I adore red hair, and you're like, no, please stop. Like, everything is gross. Don't do it. It's gross. It's gross. Everything is gross.
It's just a tone. And it's like, I've had a couple men that kind of match the tone of like I love your hair. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, see, this is better.
Yeah,
I like that
so much
better than
we love that.
Wow, like you have really pretty red hair. I'm like, but it is like, I know that we're talking about it, like red hair is something that is.
Yeah, me and you
like,
did talk about it, that yeah, red hair is one of those hair colors that is a little bit more fetishized, especially within just the sexual world. You know, it's kind of like it's just like this. It's like, you know, any type of fetishization. Thank you. Whatever that fucking word is, because I can't say it today. You know, it's not. It's one of those things where it's a common fetish. Actually, it's a very common.
It's very
fetish.
common. Yes, I can attest to that. Very common.
Actually, yep.
And I wrote in my notes the amount of times that I've heard this. And this person,
his name is Stephen Clark.
Thank you.
What like a generic name to pick? Like,
I mean,
sorry, his name is so generic. It's Stephen Clark.
But maybe he's just a man that's there. He's just
Yes. I'm just saying. Yeah. He is a man that's just there with a generic ass fucking name. I just wanted to say it. What a generic name.
And
although I do appreciate that the last name is Clark and not Smith. So,
yeah. Yeah.
But still, I just want to say it. It's a generic name.
And he's like, I know we don't know each other yet, but you look like you can use a friend. And she's cautious. I mean, first off, she is. This whole sexual situation just happened, and she's like, no. But then she's also she's like, seem more trustworthy.
Yeah, he gives off that very bright, kind of trustworthy vibe that is kind of a little bit more alluring than she's used to, and more calming than she's used to.
Yeah. And I do love he's oh, you're deep in thought. Mm-hmm. It looks like you're planning world domination or thinking about the meaning of life. And I do love the talking of well, let's go get coffee. You need coffee for that. Oh, we'll take over the world with croissants. It's a whole thing. And they kind of become just this really natural, easy banter. Mm-hmm. And I was I am learning that I'm a sucker for banter and stuff like that.
I think I want to point something out within the banter.
Okay.
I will let you finish though, but I did want to say it that I wanted to point it out.
Okay. I love banter. I love when banter, in all sorts of terms, when it's banter of them making fun of each other, kind of getting on each other's nerves, or just having fun banter. I love banter. I think it's fun. It adds to my longing.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. When she was what role do you play? And he said marketing. Yeah. I find that really interesting. And then he was like, do we have a deal? And they shake hands. And for some reason, I feel like that's important.
I also think that's important.
Why specifically marketing out of all of the jobs that you could have chosen in the world domination?
Yeah.
So
marketing. And also shaking hands. Do we have a deal?
Yep. I think.
Yeah, what are your predictions?
I think that it is. I think this is subtle foreshadowing for what's going forward, because we already know from chapter 2, that she is part of the fairy pixie realm.
And once again, I love that was revealed in the beginning, and now it's just figuring shit out and how we got here. So
exactly,
I love twists, and I love I wouldn't say villain reveals, but just reveals like that, where it's the actors, the audience knows, but the characters don't, and so you just see them piecing it together, and you're just sitting there with this dawning of oh my god, just one, either figure it out already, or two, it's oh no, they're about to figure it out. We just gotta breathe through it and it's fine.
I know.
I'm so, because it's just such a different emotion, and I think they're doing it very well. I do think the deal is important. I think that is something that I'm glad to talk about.
Because for me, I'm oh, why did he choose marketing? And we already know from chapter 2, like I was saying, we already know from chapter 2 that she is part of the fairy pixie realm. And so she is part of the fairy pixie realm, and there's going to be a big political upstir when she comes.
Yeah.
I think that the idea of world domination is the idea of, we're going to make a deal. I'm going to now be your marketer, even in the fairy realm. Yeah. If he is, I think, because there's just something otherworldly about their connection almost.
Yeah. But as we get into chapter 4, which we're talking about chapter 4 in a minute.
But even on the bus, the way that she feels be so trustworthy of him, the idea of it just seems so light and easy.
Yeah,
it just seems
but it's also
something.
I forget what I was gonna say. Also okay, we'll talk about it when we get there. There was something that happened that I was kind of shocked about.
And so I do for some reason think that I think that the marketing scheme is the what if he is a fairy, and what if he would be marketing her as the the best ruler, or brand new, or back in action, or ready to rule. Quotes. I'm putting a lot of quotes in a lot of things because I don't know. you know,
Yeah.
to do that and then to go forward and, you know, to be her, like, not only marketing, but like the person in her ear, like giving her counsel.
Yeah. I agree.
But also, you know, this could just be like some random guy,
Dude.
or could be from the other kingdom.
Oh, and like so then it's okay.
But I don't, you know, but we don't know.
I mean, you read one chapter ahead of me,
the
so you know a little bit more than I do.
yeah. But
You don't
like
know
we
that
still
for sure yet. Like, do you know this man is a certain character?
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Just read it. It's
You're like, just read chapter 5.
yeah, just read chapter 5. That's all I gotta say. Is you just gotta read chapter 5. But I do think like that type of foreshadowing is important. I don't know. First of all, I don't know if it's foreshadowing. I'm just calling it foreshadowing because I'm like, maybe I'm into the idea of croissants ruling the world. Maybe I am into that idea because I'm not gonna lie. Basic.
I have my thoughts. If you
I like them, but basic.
It's so
I
hard
also
to
know
get
that
it.
they're really hard to make. I'm not gonna lie
They're
about
really
that.
hard to
Okay,
make. I want to
I'm
make
not.
a sourdough croissant bread. But
It's good.
I'm not.
It seems like it'd be too thick. Like it wouldn't be
have
like
to see.
fluffy enough.
I'll have to see. I'll have to try to make it with spinach. Which is my sourdough, not actual.
Yeah,
spinach.
it's her sourdough starter. It's not actual spinach.
Everyone
Her
gets confused.
sourdough
It's
starter
okay.
is just named spinach.
And yours is kale because it's a
I
baby.
still haven't
bread.
rehydrated kale. I haven't touched
It's okay.
kale.
It's
But
okay.
kale is still in a bag. I still have kale.
I love that you still have him at least.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she's thriving in her
I love her.
non-existent dormant stage.
It's okay. But
It's okay. She's in a stage of celibacy anyway.
But I love.
She's in her dry season. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm done.
But
making sexual jokes
I
about kale.
think that the. Okay. Anyway, but I think that croissants, like you said, are really hard to make, so it's hard to get a good one. But when you get a good croissant, when it's that perfect, fluffy, and I'm like, that hit the spot sometimes.
Yes, I agree.
Especially like when you get that really, really good one, I'm like, that was really good. And then like the next day, you're like, I kind of want a croissant. And then you have like a really shitty one, and you're like, God damn it. But
Yeah. It is one of those things where it's like that's why I say basic. They're good, but very much hit or miss.
yeah.
Like, there are really good croissants out there. I'm not going to lie. Like, croissants are good. Mm-hmm. But also, there's some really shitty croissants out there.
Oh, for sure. My stepsister and she was visiting, and
That's so odd. I've only ever heard, like, you normally
Sister?
just refer to her as, as
I
your
know. I
sister.
don't know
And I'm
why
like,
I said that.
Why did you say it like that?
I don't know.
Me neither. Why did you say it like that? I mean, I know
Every
she
once in a
is,
while,
but, like,
I say that. I'm like, why? I literally said that. I'm like, why did I say it like that? But my sister
I was
was
like, that's
visiting.
weird. Anyway.
And she and I think we probably went through
Did you guys get
5 to 8
those things
pounds of jalapenos. Because
you guys made poppers.
Poppers. Oh my god, they
so
were
good.
so good. Because we would, first off, we wore gloves because it will burn your hands, and because I also have like my fingers infected.
Oh, yeah. If you have, like, cuts in your hands.
Yeah, and also like if you get the juice on it and you're peeling that many because we were scooping them, the oil will get stuck on your hands and your hands will just start burning if you're doing it for that long and that many.
Maybe, yeah.
You don't believe me because it hasn't happened to you. It hasn't happened to me either. I looked at my sister like she was a little crazy, and it's okay. But apparently, like she did it once, and she had to like go to bed with ice packs because her hands were burning that bad.
Well.
Anyway,
I'm not gonna comment.
Yeah, don't comment. I'll continue my story. So we were like scooping them, and oh my god, we filled them with like this. It was a cream cheese with garlic and herbs in it, and
That sounds delicious.
it was. And then we put cheese in it, like cheddar cheese, and mixed it, and then we wrapped them in bacon. Oh my god! And then we cooked them, and the bacon was the perfect crispiness, and it was so good. We probably went through like 8 pounds because like each time. I mean, we had 2 full trays each time we made it, and we had them, I think, 4 times, maybe 5. No, it was like 5 or 6 times. So I mean, we probably went through like 10 pounds, 10 pounds of It was so good, and I'm so excited for her to visit again, so I can have them again.
I mean, I do think that that's just like a large amount of foreshadowing for some reason that just seems like so flippant.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I feel like it's important.
Yeah.
Because like once again, we see it in chapter 2 that these things are being set up. So it's like my brain is already like working in overdrive to be like, what is this? Ooh, what is that?
I know.
Ooh.
It's something. This is what's kind of fun doing a blind read instead of it being a a reread. It's fun to do a deep dive of a
of just like a brand new book that we neither of us have read.
It's refreshing.
Yeah. And so I mean, you know, that interaction happens, and then he does end up inviting her out to go eat some food with her with him, and she thinks about it. I'm really glad that she actually like takes a second and thinks about it, and it's like, do I really want to do this? At the end, she does decide that she wants to do it because
but she does go to work home. She does go home.
But yeah, she does. She's like, oh, I have work. Let me give you my number. Yeah. I have work. I work here, and if you want to stop by, you can.
Yeah.
You know, she gets off the bus, and then she's like working in her shift, and it's like, I don't know, like around midnight. Yeah. So yes, sorry, you are correct. Now we are in chapter 4. So that was the end of chapter 3.
I'm excited to talk about this chapter because I have questions for you.
Oh, okay. You're like me. I was like, okay, how interesting. Okay. So we're in chapter 4, and she's like in like I want to say like the middle of her shift, like towards the end. She's like in her groove. Like bartending is first of all is fucking art. And any bartender will tell you there's a certain time of night where you just like in the groove, everything's going, like you're like fast, efficient, like it's just going well.
Yeah. Would you be a bartender?
And I think I could be a bartender in a dive bar. I don't think I could be a high-end bartender.
Okay.
And the reason is I have a really expressive face.
That's true.
And I don't think that if a customer asks if the menu says no substitution and we're at a really fancy bar and they ask if they could do substitutions, I don't know. And if it's at a certain point of the night, I don't know if my face could handle that.
I love that for you.
Because, and then also, anybody who's ever taken a drink from me, will know that I am a very heavy hand. I have a very heavy hand when it comes to pouring drinks, which I think is more conducive to a dive bar.
Yeah.
Just in general. I also think that I think I would prefer a dive bar anyway, because once again, my face I don't think could handle the substitution thing.
Yeah.
Just like at a certain point, I just think that there would be certain questions where I would be like, are you going to order the fucking drink or not? And I can't say that unless I'm in a dive bar.
Yeah, that's true. I heard you can get pretty good tips at being a bartender and stuff.
Yeah, yes, you can. You can make very, very good tips being a bartender. But also, like, not gonna lie about those fucking hours.
They're awful.
Like, I'm not going to lie, I don't love working nights. It's not my favorite thing anymore because, I just get tired. Like, I don't want to start work at 6 p.m. and
2 a.m.
at
3 a.m.
Well, I mean, yeah, the bar closes at 2:30, but you still have to stay an extra hour to clean.
Yeah.
So, like get off at like 4 a.m. every night. No, not the vibe.
No.
I want to have a social life. I want to like be able to like do that. And I know that a lot of bartenders do have social lives, but it's just fucking hard, man.
It sounds tiring.
You're always working on the weekends too, because like, that's when you get the most money. It's just like, I don't know. Unfortunately, the night, like working nights is not the lifestyle I'd want, but I do think that I could be proficient at it.
If it was during the day and it was the same amount of tips and same vibe.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely do that. But no, I just don't think I could work nights anymore. Yeah. Which is, that is what that is. But I also, once again, only think I could be in a dive bar.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not like inviting or pretty enough to like work at a high-end bar. Once again, I don't think my face could handle it. I don't think my face could handle it, because I think that after a while I would just be annoyed.
Yeah.
I just get annoyed.
Really funny.
I do feel like that meme of like those coworkers that are like, oh, do you have coffee here? And it's a coffee shop, and they put like the piece of paper with like the smiley face over like one of their coworkers' faces. Yeah, that's me. No, I need the piece of paper all of the time.
I don't know how, but when we work together, I had a couple of people come in and go, do you guys work with cats? And I'm like, yes.
Me, yeah. See, that's also where like my sarcasm also kicks in. And be like, no,
I know. I felt so bad. Katie heard.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. That was just an immediate reaction. Yeah. Yes, we do. I'm so sorry.
I was like, yes, I did that once because someone was like, do we work with cats? And I was like, no, we don't. And our manager was there, and I was like, damn. No, we do. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It just came out like that. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with
but they were really they were like, oh my gosh, that was funny. No worries. Like, thank God.
Yeah. It's just like it's just like I don't think my face could handle that.
Yeah. But good for Talia to be able to do that.
But also like she works in a dive bar.
Yeah.
So like I mean I feel like I could work like in a place like that.
Yeah.
You know.
And Steven does end up.
Yeah, that Steven ends up coming.
And I love how she's like, he's giving us party girl vibes. And I'm like, I love that
because I love that he's like, oh, like, what's good here? Like, make me something good. And like, she's like, okay, yeah, for sure. And she's just like, nah, we're going to give him, first of all, the drink sounds like a hangover in a cup. I'm not going to lie about that. But that is definitely a party girl drink, for sure. That is a party girl drink.
I do love how he was like, okay, I'm gonna go dance with the cute guy over there, and he does, and he goes and he ends up cute, like,
and he's like,
with them, and like, I'm gonna go dance, and I'm like, good for him.
Good for I love that.
So I feel so bad every time I hear the word Steven. I either think of Steve from Hill House or a seagull.
Why a seagull?
Because there's an account online that has, like, there's a seagull, and this guy, like, made a whole window so a seagull can come in and he just feeds the seagull, and they named him Steven.
Got it. I have not seen Steven.
I'll send you Steven. He's very
cool.
But, very so, cute. and I know that you pointed this out, and it is an important thing to say, is she does say, like, the lights hit his dark brown eyes, and for a second they look black.
Yep.
I was like, that sounds really important.
I don't know, kind of sound important. I think it's important.
And then a large man comes up and like is like towering over him and like punches Steven in the gut, like really hard. And you just like and I'm like, oh god. And Talia does walk over and she's like, hey, like knock it off, like And I'm very happy you put this down because I do think it's important. Where he goes, okay, we'll settle this later, Pixie.
Yeah, I don't really know who he's necessarily like, talking to, just because like the way that it was said, I was like, are you saying it to her or are you saying it to him?
Yeah, either.
I was like, just like the way that it was said is personally for me didn't feel like it was like quite clear of who he was necessarily talking to at that point.
I agree with that.
Just because she is breaking up the fight, you know. And also it was one of those things where it's like the way that she started it, she was like, oh, I can see the fact that the bouncer's already making our way to us.
He's like, I'm friends with David over there, like he'll come.
Yeah, like, oh, this is my friend David. Yeah, like I love how she says it, and she's like you need to back off, and then all of a sudden she's like, oh yeah, and this is my friend David. Like, just like
he's not afraid, like he'll help us, like you need to leave. I mean, and then she like grabs him and like they run out the back door and keep running. And I do like how she's like, oh, like I've learned that like you can talk a big game and you hardly have to back it up, because they just kind of are like and I do like how that was kind of sad. And I do like how Steven was like, hey, like you didn't need to do that. And is he cuddling you?
He does look very cute right now. Sorry.
It's okay. We have to acknowledge the dog.
Sorry, it's in his face and he looks so cute right now. He cannot help it. He's a real old man.
We love him.
Sorry, guest appearance.
Guest appearance.
Hello,
Scooby.
Hey, Scooby.
His little
oh my goodness.
Oh my god. god.
See, look how cute he is.
Scooby loves book too.
Scooby the book.
He's so little.
He very little. He very little. But he very little old man. He very old. He very old, but he very handsome. If we can cut that out, Tony. He's very old, okay? He's a very old man. He is. He's fucking old.
Yeah, I know he is. And I feel like he was like, hey, you didn't need to do. Steven was like, hey, you didn't need to do that. And she was like, well, he had no right talking to you that way. And it's also like, in a sense, like, not like there's the bouncer, that's his job, but also she works there, and so it's kind of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I also agree with her because, like, I don't know, for me, I like that she said it because Steven was dancing with a man earlier. Steven was, like, you know, being a little bit more like, oh my gosh, yes, party girl.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Which
and,
good for
you
him.
know, also, but yeah, he's in a male's body, and so, you know, immediately when you think of small towns like that, you don't think of them as being necessarily like super accepting of like certain things.
Yeah.
And so I just like that she was like, no, he had no right to talk to you like that, regardless of the situation, you know?
Yeah.
And I liked that stance because I absolutely agree. He had no right to talk to you like that, regardless of what happened.
I agree. And he's like, okay, how about we go, like, for Mexican or something? And he's like, it's 2 a.m. Where are we going to find Mexican unless you count Taco Bell? And I loved it. And also, once again, it's not throwing me off, but it is odd hearing kind of, like, modern references in a fantasy book, but I really enjoy it. Like, I kind of enjoy it. I'm like, wow, like, this is fun. And then he's like, well, there's a 24-hour Mexican restaurant. And I was immediately like, that sounds fantastic.
Me. Like, Ashley being like, oh, wow, that sounds so fantastic. I was like, yeah, there's 24-hour Mexican restaurants everywhere around here. Yeah. I'm sorry, what do you mean?
And so they do get to the Mexican restaurant, and he opens the door with a bow, because gentlemen. But also interesting.
This is where I'm going to go back to the idea of chapter 2.
Yeah.
And the idea that he may not be
Steven.
A human.
Yeah. Do you think he's the other man?
I don't know.
Okay, so chapter 5 didn't reveal that yet.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Sorry, I like didn't say
Sorry, what was your question?
So chapter 5 does not reveal if Steven is, I forget his name. Tallhand?
Another? I don't know. Who are you talking about? Me.
I think I'm confusing books. Hold on.
Me. I'm sorry.
Taryn.
You need to read chapter 5? I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm confused about first of all, I'm a little confused about the question you're asking.
Chapter 5.
But the answer is, I'm not going to ever spoil anything, so you should probably not even ask.
Okay,
so the answer is still I don't know. I think you should read it. Because also, I'm a little confused about what you're asking, so I really don't know. I don't know what you're saying, so actually, you should probably just read it.
And so then they go and they sit down, and Marissa's their server. Steven... Oh, wait. And so Steven says that he, like, bumped into him at the bar.
Yeah.
And then he got really upset about it.
Really happened, and he, bumped into him and got really upset.
She looks, and she sees a stranger with white hair, and she's like, I remember him, but I don't know from where. Which would probably be such a, like, what about, like, a deja vu-esque, like, wow, like, that's
and,
so
like,
weird.
that hair color is so distinct, like, you would remember if you met somebody with that color hair.
Yeah, and, like, how it's described is, like, there's a magnetic pull towards him. And, like, she looks back, because she's still talking with Steven, and she looks back, and he's gone. Like, after he, like, she, like, acknowledges Steven and looks at him, he's gone, and she's like, that's fucking weird. And they both order a chicken quesadilla. And I'm noticing that I'm really hungry because we're talking about food.
Not gonna lie, a chicken quesadilla would be really nice right now.
Right? I was like, God, that sounds delicious.
Sounds so good.
There's like some sauce in it. Ugh. It sounds so good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Steven offers to pay for her dinner. And because,
because she stopped the fight, and she's like, no, like, you really don't need to. And he's like, yeah, no, like, I can't let you pay for dinner after saving me. Yeah. That's crazy.
And he's also like, well, I'm buying because I'm, like, your friend. And he's like, I want to be your friend. And she's like, well, you don't even know me. And she's like, And he says, like, oh, I have the power of seeing the good in people. And she does, like, in her head goes, well, that's wrong. Like,
yeah,
immediately
she immediately
like,
disputes
no.
it. She's like, she openly is like, well, I think that your meter's off a little bit. Like, you know, just not like really thinking about that. And so, but I do enjoy like this little interaction that they have, because like you get to know like a little bit more about like their dynamic.
Yeah.
Because she openly is like, oh, like it feels so like nice and calm and easy with him. And like when like they get their food, she's like also like, oh wow, I didn't realize how hungry I actually was.
So
like, I was actually like starving. Like I took the first bite and I realized how like hungry I was.
Yep. And I know you're gonna want to talk about this, but she does get up and go to the bathroom, and she's so excited. And then when she's going to the bathroom, she bumps into the stranger with the white hair.
I'm sure that he's gonna pump something into her later. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That was really bad. I'm so sorry.
and she like looks and she's like, wow, like his emerald green eyes are gorgeous, and she feels pulled towards him again. And he does say, he's like, well, forgive me, but you have some of the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. Which, what a compliment.
Yeah.
I think eyes are very pretty, and they can say a lot about a person. And
I'm trying to find something in the book, so you keep talking.
And he also says, he's like, oh, like your name is as beautiful as you are. And it's like, oh my gosh, sir. And then the man's name is Casimir, which we know is the brother from the one she's betrothed to.
Yes.
And I like your note, Kaylee.
Yeah, he's hot. Just in general, the way that they describe him, is, you know, white hair, almond eyes, alabaster skin, and like
emerald green eyes.
I'm sitting over here and I'm like, I'm sorry. A dark-skinned man with white hair and colored eyes? Sign me the fuck up. I'm ready. This man's so hot. I am ready for her to describe the other ones, because I'm like, oh God. I'm dripping already. And I am like, I'm sorry. I am a sucker for these men. I don't know why. I have a thing. I don't know why I have a thing. But yeah, he's really hot. Just so hot. So hot. And I'm like, damn girl, I absolutely agree with you.
I like pretty eyeballs.
Oh my God.
I'm an ace. Hello.
But like, imagine like somebody having like,
yeah, no, it would
like,
be pretty.
Emerald green eyes. Like, yeah. I have hazel eyes, and so like sometimes my eyes are like green and sometimes they're like brownish.
I used to have hazel eyes. They're leaning more brown now. But they're like amber.
Yeah, I was like, they're very light. They're like a very light brown. Amber. Yeah. So it's like one of those things where it's like that's like my eye color, and so it's like the eye to like see somebody with like pure green eyes.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. Look at you. Feel myself a bit. Wow, it's getting real hot in here.
And she does say again, she's like, oh, like, I feel like I remember him.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, but I would remember if I remembered him. And I do think, I'm glad you wrote it down. It's interesting how his, like, their interaction made her, like, mind foggy.
Yeah, like she openly was like, oh, like, I feel, like, dizzy and foggy almost, and, like, I can't, like, focus, and, like, I'm still, like, sitting back, and yes, that moment, because he did take her breath away. Mm-hmm. Because honestly, how could he not? Like, I agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with you. Absolutely. But, you know, she's sitting at the table and she's like, she openly is like, oh yeah, I know that Steven is talking to me. but like I don't know. And it's not until like Steven starts snapping his fingers,
Yeah.
and be like, hello, hey, like, are you there, that she like clicks back into where she's at. So I find that interesting because, you know, obviously we know that Casimir is the one that she is betrothed to out of the brothers. And we also know that Casimir didn't want to bring her back. So
my question was,
really
like,
kind of
were you
fucking confused.
expecting him to be there?
No, I was
Neither was
not
I.
expecting him to be there, but now as we're discussing it and I'm like remembering details of the book, in chapter 2, Rune says openly that he thinks that Casimir is going to try to manipulate her somehow. Openly,
And
to
the
do
book
something
is called
about the crown.
Beguiled.
Yes, the book is called Beguiled. And I'm like,
Which
oh, God.
means, Kaylee.
Oh, I didn't know I needed it up, but yes, I did. We read the definition just because it was good for us to read it.
I was finding that. I love how Steven is there.
To influence by trickery or flattery, mislead or delude, to take away by cheating or deceiving somebody, to charm or to divert. So very much very much manipulation in those certain terms, especially because, you know, so that's interesting. So like now that I'm thinking about it, you know, Rune openly said that in certain terms. And, you know, like even, so I find it interesting because the synonyms for Beguiled is to deceive, fooled, mislead, seduce.
I love that.
And it's that last one, the last one of those synonyms that I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm so here for this. I'm excited to see where this goes. Now that we know the definition of the name.
This man's so hot. This man is so hot, and I'm like, oh, damn, girl, I get you. Damn, girl, is gonna be so toxic, but also like, I get it. I'm sure the D is really good, and he's so hot. Like
Steven's reaction,
it hasn't even happened yet.
Girl, details. I'm like,
I'm like me. I feel like Steven too. Like when he's like, "What happened?" and she's like, "Oh, I just like saw this guy," and he's like, "Ooh, girl, details." I'm like, "Yes, yes, Steven. Ask for those details because I also need them. I also need them."
A couple hours passed, and she's like, okay, I should probably get home. So Steven takes her home, and you just feel this, like this sigh of, like, oh, God, my aunt's home. Like, I'm gonna be
like,
quiet.
she sees, like, the car in the driveway, and she's just, like, got that sinking feeling, you know?
And she's like, I haven't thought about this place as home for a while. And Steven walks up to the door with her and, like, hugs her, and she does say, she's like, it feels safe. Like, he feels safe. And so she walks inside, and she's like, there's nothing in the fridge but ketchup and beer. Yeah. Which there was this one time I was at a restaurant, and I put ketchup on my plate for fries or whatever I needed ketchup for. And there was beer mixed into the ketchup. Someone mixed beer into the ketchup.
I'm sorry. Like in the bottle?
Yes.
Like it came out like that?
Lid. Yeah. Someone opened the lid. And it's like the stereotypical red.
How do you know it was beer? I mean, actually, no, you probably... Yeah,
you could taste it. And it's like the ketchup was bubbly. Like, you could see, like, bubbles in it.
Was it good? Did you try it?
It wasn't terrible. I did try it. It wasn't terrible.
Did you ask for other ketchup, though? I would have.
Yes, we left it there.
I don't think I could have done that. As much as I hate asking servers for anything, even though I know that it's their job.
Same. I couldn't have done it. We had, like... Because I had a bite, and I'm like... Why does it look weird and it tastes off? And then I had another bite. I was like, beer. And I gave it back. I'm like, hi, just to let you know, because this also, like, yes, it's a pub, a bar, but it's also like a sit down thing where you go and you get burgers. Like, and so it's
they're gonna want to replace that regardless.
Yeah, and so,
you know,
it's the
if it's not you that says something, it's gonna be somebody else.
Exactly.
Like,
and I'm like, I'm here. I tried it.
Also, like, if you shake it, I don't know if it would explode if you opened it. Like, if you, like, shook it first before, like, squeezing it out. Like, I don't know
how that would work. Yeah, so we got different ketchup.
Yeah.
But So then she's home, and there's nothing in the fridge, and she's like, "Oh, there's no water again." And so she does.
Yeah, like
have
she flips on the sink, and she's like, "I guess there's no water
under her bed."
Yeah,
which is really that's really shitty.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she is prepared because she knows, like, you know, she knows the deal, she knows what's going on, and like, it's hard to, you know. Once again, I really think that her aunt visits Walter. And that's why she has, well, like, that's why she has so many boyfriends. That's why she has so many people going in and out. That's why she, like, and like the way that they describe her passing out with like lit cigarettes and things like that on, like, I'm like, no, this is definitely more than just alcohol.
Yeah, for sure.
And so it's just like one of those things where it's like we can already like infer that, but you know, that's where the chapter ends.
She does struggle to go to sleep, and she keeps thinking of
because she keeps thinking about Casimir. And thank you for bringing up his name, because now I'm going to loop back around. I was really shocked that he was there.
Thank you.
Were you shocked?
I wanted to talk. Yeah, I was like, because I was like, oh, I think this might be like Rune or like the brother or something. Maybe this is.
Yeah. I kind of thought it was going to be Rune.
It's either Taryn or I'm like, oh, maybe Steven isn't Taryn.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, this is him, or this is Rune. Yeah. I was like, also, sir, you didn't even try to hide your name. You didn't want to.
Did he not? I mean, I don't know, because like they didn't describe him in. They didn't describe him in like the
no, but he uses his regular name, and so it's
also that yes.
Sir, if you don't want her back, why are you using your name? I don't understand.
I did think that was funny when he was just like, oh yeah, it's Casimir, and I'm like, wait, are you supposed to be telling us that?
Yeah, what's happening? Okay, so I was shocked. I thought it was going to be Rune, and Steven would be not Taryn, and that would be him. And so I was like, oh, how interesting, because I thought Steven was Taryn.
Also, wait, thinking about it, in chapter 2, Rune sends Taryn there because he's a pixie, and pixies are the only ones that can teleport through the things, and him as a fairy, not a fae, but a fairy, I believe, is like the word. So we're dealing with fairies and pixies, which are different than fae. I just want to like state that for the record. But he did say that pixies were the only ones excuse me, that could teleport between realms. Yeah. So half of me is like, how did Casimir get there? Is there a portal? Because he's not a pixie.
Mm-hmm. But then it's also, then Steven must be Taryn, because we'll deal with this later, pixie.
That makes sense.
But then also, how does the guy know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay,
how does he know?
So maybe there's just like a lot of different people that are like trying to get to her to have them rule their world.
Yeah.
Or kingdom or whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm getting this is me. I do like how
very excited.
But yeah, we have more information than she does, but we're still like, what is happening?
Yeah, but we're still like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen next?
Because, so what did you think of these 2 chapters?
I like them. I thought, honestly, I've been really enjoying how this book is starting, because yes, the first 2 chapters, major exposition, but I feel like the first 2 chapters set up the world so clearly,
so well,
that we're already ready to jump into the world. Like already in chapter 3, we're like, oh, what if this is foreshadowing? Where is this going to connect? What is going on? You know, and like, and even in chapter 4, we're like, oh my gosh, this big character that was literally introduced in chapter 2 is here. Why is he here? What's going on? We know that there are boundaries of this world that is already happening that somehow are being crossed. What's going on? Yeah. And that's where I'm like, oh,
but also, how did she get to that world if she's not a pixie?
I mean, once again, there has to be portals around.
Or something. Yeah.
There's portals or something that the fairies can get through, because we also know that there's like other fairies. There has to be other fairies in the world, because big prediction, we didn't talk about it yet, but there's no way that her aunt is actually human.
No.
So that's the thing for me, is like, I also don't think that, you know, obviously she didn't have a childhood there. No. I don't think she had a childhood there. I think that obviously she was raised with them until a certain age, and then her memory was wiped, and she was placed there with somebody else.
I was saying, do you think it was the aunt, or do you think it was, like, do you think that, like, everybody around her is human, like, excluding aunt and stuff like that? Or do you think they put a lot of different people there, like Hayes 1, 2? Like, do you think they put a ton of different people to keep watch? Or do you think it's...
I don't think so because of the way that Rune speaks.
That's true.
I don't think so. I think that... I think somehow the ant is not a human.
Yeah.
I'm not quite for sure what the relationship is because, first of all, they're not related, number one. She's not her actual aunt. They're not related.
No.
That's all I can say about that. I think that the aunt is not a human.
Yeah.
And I also think that it could be some sort of me. But also it's like the aunt lives in only the human realm. So why is that? Unless there's some sort of exiling thing happening.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because, like, why would you choose to live outside of your own realm and, like, lose your magical powers? Like,
Yeah.
not necessarily lose them, but, like, obviously
much more
there's, like,
dampened.
Yes, much more dampened.
Yeah.
So there has to be some sort of thing happening.
Yeah.
Because we also know that, like, you know, there are two kingdoms and they are at war. They are fighting for political power. So what does that mean? You know?
So we'll have to see.
Yeah, so
I'm excited. It does really
very excited. It is going to be great.
In.
And, like, you know, we're only 4 chapters in and we're already being like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And so I'm like, already the exposition, fucking so good. I also love that she doesn't shy away from putting those uncomfortable, awkward interactions with men that she's had. I really, it's it makes my skin crawl, but I love it.
Love it.
I love it because I think
it makes it so much more realistic too.
Yes, it makes it so much more realistic, but I love it because sorry. I just feel like we're going to see the contrast.
Yes. And it's going to be interactions.
So great. Oh my god, I'm so
ready. So great.
Also, yeah, Kashmir's really hot. So hot.
I am
so
that
hot.
It's him, so I'm excited to see why he's there.
Yeah. I am too because he openly was like, oh, I don't know about bringing her back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go see her?
Yeah. Interesting.
Why are you seeing her, sir?
Exactly.
Like, why are you going to go see her?
Like, I'm not complaining, but why?
Yeah, but like, why? Also, I mean, you could see her with your shirt off. It's fine. Sorry.
With that. Do you have anything else to add?
No. Besides the fact that Casimir's really hot, no, I'm good.
Awesome. Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for joining. We are having such a great time with this book. Everybody, please support the author. She is super sweet, and we're loving this book, and we can't wait to see where it goes. So if you guys could also like, comment, subscribe, follow along with our read-through of this book, and also the other books that we've read, because we've read a good couple fun ones recently, and we're super excited for that. And we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link if you'd like to support us in any way, shape, or form. We'd really appreciate it. And an email link, or email list.
Yes, please subscribe to our email. It's going to be cool. There's a lot of extra bonus details, features, and all of like the fun polls and things like that on it.
Yep.
All of the things.
And so the last thing we want to say to you is...
What did the void say to you?